And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
Like, I don't have any plants inside their tank because I don't know what I'm gonna put in there for sure. I thought about having blood kelp in there, but I do have outdoor gardens areas that I plant, but I don't know if I'll put kelp outside because it's very short. I specifically made it short. I used one of the I used one of the brooms to cover me up so that I didn't have to get fired upon every time I went to go harvest mushrooms. So I don't know. If I do put kelp in there, I feel like it'll phase through the top and it'll just be wonky. See, because there's not much space between there and here. I don't think I can even get my prawn suit to walk in there. Is like how short I made it. But I did that because it made it to where I could use it as a sauna protection thing. So I might put kelp and blood kelp inside the container, inside here, because it grows too high, which theoretically, I think if it grows too high, it will produce, which is what I want. So we're gonna, I have somewhere here. I do have some that I know I like for sure, like this one. I do want that in there, and that. I can't remember how many. I have some of these labeled, but not all of them are labeled. One of them actually has... Yep, there it is. The creep vine. I'm only gonna put one creep vine in there temporarily to see if it works. Where'd I put the cuttlefish? I kind of shoveled everything around. There's the cuttlefish. You can also use eggs for the bioreactor too. So if you don't like using your food source for that, you can grow stalkers and use their babies. You just need 2 of them in there, and that's all you need. Okay, first off, let's do the blood, and then we'll do that, and then that. Okay, so we have room for 3 more things. Awesome. Okay, actually, let me drop the cuttlefish in here. Okay, there's one there. Look at him! The fact that they can see out that is very disturbing. Alright, there's you. Try and give him a nice little big bundle of love and affections. Do you all look different? I was curious if they look different as babies and stuff. Like they different markings or something. It doesn't look like it. There we go. So our cuttlefish will be in there while we use him to look for the 3 other plants that I will put in there. I also do have plants inside the base too that I haven't pulled. Okay. I'm gonna grab that. Oh, hush, 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 hush. I'm just doing my own thing. It's rude. Okay, yeah, we have these 2. I think I have... The crown one I always get more of because it just looks so pretty and it glows. I love glow stuff. So anything that glows has just got my attention immediately. Okay. I have started moving some things off the base into there, and I've also got rid of some of the lockers. I was gonna move these lockers, but decided against it because I thought it'd be best to have base lockers for when I'm on the ship, in case I decide to move it. I very rarely, very unlikely will move it, but just in case, you know, I don't want to take that opportunity away from me. There we go. We'll stick all that in there. There we go. There's several rooms, by the way, if it isn't obvious. I've made like multiple entries. This is the other room. I plan to use this with all the water makers and make this a kitchen dining area. And this is also I'm just making them observatory rooms because I think it's cool. Because I want to be able to see the garden and him. Because he sometimes will come down and just swim in the lava. It's funny. Kind of cute, but in a weird, terrifying way. And also gives me a chance to, like, see him. Because I'm going to be down here. I might as well get some good views of him, you know. Alright. They're already starting to grow. Good. I like how they're spread out now. There he is. Okay. So, I want this in there. I do like the cradle, but I think... I don't know if I want to put the cradle in here. Because I have a second one. And then this one, I might stick in here just for looks. I think there's a way to change them if you want to. But this one I want because I'm going to farm it. And it'd be easy to take from it if I let it grow in here. Where's the ones over there? Maybe I should just put one in here. Maybe just do that. Where's the other one? I see the purple, they're growing. Look at them. They're so babies, they're so cute. There's that little one. The bulb. I feel like it's gonna be like right here somewhere. Okay. Anywho, we've got that going. I thought about making it 3 high, like I had said on stream before, but I made 2 because 2 is less painful to have to maneuver around. I found that trying to go up and down 3 flights, like going up and down these towers is a pain enough. So I made it to where it's just too high, except in the towers. Alright, where did I put that thing? This. I just realized I might have... I didn't know I had enamel glass still left. But yeah, so each of these rooms I have designs for them and whatnot. It'd be kind of cool. But for right now, I'm just going to be focused on getting things stable. I need lithium next. I need a lot of lithium. Lithium and titanium is probably the things I need the most right now. And maybe a little bit of glass, but I'm not worried about the glass right now. Okay, I need the aerogel and copper. Aerogel and copper. It's a very big facility. I definitely have copper. I don't know if I have aerogel here. Might have some on the base. I don't know. Oh, it's copper wire I need, not that. Also, I have one thing of copper right now, but I'll have one for wiring later. Okay, let me get the aerogel off of the sub. Oh yeah, I forgot that I haven't made a ladder there yet. There we go. I don't know if I have... I feel like I have some made somewhere. I just don't know where. Okay. Well, I have rubies and stuff to work with. So I may just see about grabbing them and making them. Alright, let's grab some of them from here. I think I just need one. I think it's just one of each. Okay. I know I have rubies inside the building. But yeah, we have like 2,000, like, we have like 2,000 power, I think. So it's a little bit overkill, but I figure the water will end up, if I put 4 in, it's probably going to drain them real quick. And then the moon pool heals stuff, so that will be, or it like charges things up, so that'll probably be an issue. And then I have my crafting stuff and everything else, so the more power the better. Better to be safe than sorry. Now, I was tempted to put the water facilities right here, and I might still do that, but because these views right here aren't crazy, but they're not great either. But these things take a while to do their job anyways, so I kind of figured, meh. You know? They're constantly draining energy. Where's the other one I had? I don't know if we'll do 4 completely or not, because they make 2 each. I'm still debating on whether I want to do 4 each or just 2 and put some like stuff in between. Where's the knife? There's the knife. Now, we have the eggs in there. They're doing their business. So I'm going to take the rest of this enamel glass and put it in here. And I'm actually stick that in there too. Okay. So now that we've got the enamel glass going on, we're going to go see about finding stuff for the cure. I have some of it, I think, but I don't actually know exactly what else I'm missing. Let's see. I can't remember if it's in here or if it's just in the documents. We'll see. Let me see here. Clues, operational publics, no. Advanced theories. Blueprints. Nope. Okay. I thought there was more than this. Of like alien data, maybe? What's this?
The way I see it, no one's to blame here.
He gave me the wrong coordinates.
She didn't give me clear instruction. Okay, I'll rephrase. You've been equally incompetent. Now, we've lost time, but we're closer to the planet. So if the Degassi's out there, the scans should pick it up.
Why are we even helping the Mongolians? They're the competition.
Enjoy your shore leave on Sanjay Station? Like having fuel in the tanks? Thank the Mongolians. We run the scans, we show them we didn't find anything, and we say thanks for the free dinner. Clear? Sir, there's something odd on the surface scan here. Turn that recorder off.
Oh. Oh. I don't remember hearing about that. So that they scanned something on the scanner, but okay, so they found something on the so they scanned for it, didn't they? Okay.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
Alright, so remember how I said that there are some things in the college that you go for that you don't cheat and lie on? That's one of them. Don't when you're becoming a doctor or a lawyer, do your research. Actually do your work, because people's lives and their reputations are on the line when you do those jobs. If you're going to be a lawyer, be a good one. If you're going to be a doctor, be a competent one. Please, for the love of all things, be competent. Okay. Anything else we missed?
I've tried everything. The analysis circuits on the fabricator are fried. Can barely manufacture the most basic of materials. Want a battery? Here, have a children's toy. Need deep-sea diving equipment? Have some lab tech. Hungry? I'll turn that fruit into dust for you. Going forward with trial and error. I hit every button here has got to make something useful eventually.
But every button it'll be useful eventually. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so these are showing us the different life pods that we haven't found yet, and like where they're that or where they are from ones we haven't found. Man, imagine. Okay. Okay, so we're looking. I'm trying to find the actual. There it is. This one. Trying to look for the different like informations. Environment scan. Oxygen 3, category 3 planet, hydrogen atmosphere. Okay. It is not recommended to explore this environment without hazard material suits and excuses. Okay, yeah. So that's that. I wanted to see what that was, but I wanted to see about where it tells me, because there is like a document that says here, it tells you about it. Has been corrupted. Approximately 80% of stored survival blueprints and blueprints have acquired by scanning from salvage technology using that. Oh, okay. Wait, here's a survival checklist? Who's this? It was meant to be a general guide. Oh. So this is just a checklist. That's kind of cute. A little unnecessary, but okay. Okay, so we've got that. Terminal data. Damage report. Leviathan detected a facility perimeter closing at high speed. Interior anchor cable impact with massive force. Interior anchor systems buckling. Facility sinking. Collision with seafloor. Breach detected in containment unit 7. Leviathan eggs. Immunity species destruction protocol initiate. 314 species destroyed. 1 specimen unaccounted for. Evacuate staff to off-site sanctuaries. A quarantine protocol initiated. Okay, so that's when that one facility sank to the bottom of the place where the warper is. This facility set appears to have a multi. Okay, this is something else. These are there it is, the enzyme. According to the data logs and indigenous Leviathan species have found to produce a unique substance referred to as enzyme 42, which inhibits the symptoms of the Coron bacteria infection and other indigenous organisms. The species was captured and contained in an all-purpose built habitat for further study. The alien research went to great lengths to provide for the life form's environmental needs, including the import of independent fauna and flora via an on-site warp-gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. When the quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine had been unsuccessful. Okay, so that talks about that. This is the ventilation. Jesus Christ, why did you throw it on my table? You're gonna drop that. How dare you? The sea leviathan, emperor leviathan, research data. Specimen size category has been adjusted upwards to accommodate its species. The species. Feeding and digestion. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, the species feeds entirely on microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on a complete, complicated ecosystem of plants and animal life. Reproductions. Large, overly like organs are carried in the creature's middle section, suggesting that, like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scans tissues indicate possible infertility. Oh. The enzyme 42. The emperor manufactures enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding water. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of the bacteria and precedes presence in the ecosystem, which explains how life on the planet survived the outbreak. It would reminded to be explained by what mechanisms the mechanism is being delivered. Okay. Health. Comparatively analyzes the size, metabolism rate, and indicating the species captured by the researchers was approximately 1,600 years old. Jesus, that's pretty old. Extensive internal and external scar tissue suggests it has lived well in excess of the peak of lifespan for its species. So they say it's like one of the older ones. As a wild healthy emperor species may held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subject survived quarantine procedures. Oh, so were there others, or was she the only one that died or like survived? Because we don't know if all the facilities held anymore, but I think they only had one specimen, and I have a feeling that. But my thing is, like, what do they mean by survive quarantine?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Like, did they kill a bunch of other smaller specimens? Like, did they have one old one and a bunch of other ones that were, like, younger? Or do they mean that when they quarantined the planet, that it did some hostile things, like the warpers and stuff became an issue? Like their own attempts to get in there to examine everything, they kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Their presence did some damage. Oh, hey. Discovered, huh? Oh, look at that. We got stuff growing. Oh my goodness, look! We've got some of them already hatched. Look at them. They're so cute. The big babies. They're like fat little... They look like fat little dogs. I love it. Okay. Okay. So, I want to read more about the Emperor and her enzymes and like the facilities and stuff. That's why I was looking into it. Now, let's see what the enzyme 42 needs. Okay. So, we have eye stalk. We do have the bulb. I do have the fungal sample. I mostly remember having to poke the mushroom for something, but I thought I could grow mushrooms, but I think I'm mistakening the game. Okay. Grab a piece of pizza. Okay. Sea crown. I've seen sea crown. I don't know where I've seen it. Ghostweed we can get. I say let's grab what we have and go round around and find out. That was not yet grown. How are you? Are you almost done? Yeah, you're done. Okay. I might have to put one more on top if I want them to grow. I thought it was only 2, but I could be wrong. Maybe it has to be 3. which is fine. Okay. That being said, we've got that. I'm gonna grab the fungal sample from in here.
Welcome aboard,
I think it's in here.
Captain. All systems online.
Maybe I did take it upstairs. I'm pretty sure these are empty. Yeah. So maybe I did take them inside. I took, like I said, I took some stuff in. I was making trips to put stuff inside so I could work. So maybe I grabbed those. I cleaned out the little tiny storage units just so because they don't hold a lot. Huh? Okay, there it is. I knew I had some. Okay, let's see if this, what is this IO thing is done? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool. There we go. So we have 3 of these. Now we just need the crown and the eye stalk. The eye stalk, I think I know where we can find that. I know we can find that for sure in the river. No, I feel like the crown is probably in the shallows. Alright, taking a bite. I wish I could put a platform below this because he sinks a little bit sometimes. Because of the animation. Like I said, that spot there is literally just barely low enough to stick him in there. Okay, so let's go to the river. Go to the river and get that, and then we'll go to the shallows and see about that. Because I think it's in the I don't know. It's the one with the floating rocks and stuff near the shallows. I always thought that was the Grand Reef, but I think that's not that. Maybe it's the Grand Reef and then it was Deep Reef. I don't know. Okay. Maybe when I'm here, I should grab more titanium. See? There's one right there. Look at them! He was there and then he wasn't. Okay. I'm desensitized to his nonsense because he's been a nuisance this whole time. Have I scanned this? I have not. Ghost weed. Ugh, annoying. Anyways, I wonder if I should go ahead and grab some more nodes of titanium while I'm here. Cause I am in the neighborhood. This is Nikolai. I may, because there's also the fact that we have to build a rocket and stuff. So I do need, and I still need titanium to finish the base up. So I'll work on making the base better looking and stuff off stream, just because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of back and forth, and I don't think people like it that much. If it's nice and done, I'll give a tour of things, but just gonna go with the as we do. No, 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 no. That's a ruby, just sitting on that wall. Okay, there is titanium in the area where the warper is. I don't really want to go over there, but I don't think I have much of a choice. I think it's going to have to be a requirement. Maybe not. Maybe I missed this one. Because I was pretty sure I checked this area and couldn't find any titanium close by. Sorry, I want to look around while I do this. I wish you could look around a little bit more while you are doing the mining and stuff. It does force you to be a little bit scareder because you're focusing on the mining and stuff, and you can't look around to see enemies and stuff. But I just wanted to just see the view, Okay, so I think that'll be enough. We'll grab that and head back. It's one node, but it will also to get more as we go along. Because I need to get lithium too, which means I have to go to the mushroom biome. But we might as well collect what we can while we're here, you know, kind of thing. Alright. I messed up. I used too much of my energy. You know, another thing I wish that they had for, like, the buildings and stuff is stairs. Instead of having ladders, I would have preferred to have stairs. Because I'm sure that even subs have stairs. They're probably very specific, and they're probably used for specific things, but I would have loved stairs more. And you could have made it to where stairs are easier to get up to things, but it does do more integrity damage, meaning, like, it's harder on the base of operations. I would have preferred that, because I think it would have been nice. It would have been more nice for me to be able to move around if there was stairs, but then I would have just countered for the instability it gave.
And we can